What's up, guys? This is Eric, aka Tenacious Rick, and I'm back here with another Comic Nation review. This time I'm going to be reviewing Justice League number 9. Alright, so this issue was written, of course, by Jeff Johns, and it includes the return of Jim Lee to the book, which is awesome. My favorite artist, Jim Lee. I'm glad he's back. Hopefully you guys are glad he's back, too. Come on, let's all be glad he's back. Anyway, this starts off a new storyline for the Justice League, and a new villain to the New 52. So the new villain is the Key, who has telepathic powers. I haven't really seen him in action yet, so hopefully he's a pretty cool new character. Alright, so this issue starts off with the writer of the Justice League book. If you remember in their first story arc, at the end of it, somebody wrote a book about them, and his name is David Graves. Well, come to find out that now he's terminally ill. He's dying. His doctor can't help him. The Justice League can't help him, and he's pretty pissed off about it, so what he's going to do, apparently, is go after the Justice League. Then Colonel Trevor, who's the liaison to the Justice League, starts getting bugged by the paparazzi, because he's famous now because of the whole Justice League situation, and apparently he dated Wonder Woman, they broke up, and the paparazzi's like, what's it like to have dated the most, the hottest chick on the planet, and then get dumped, and, he's pretty aggravated about that. He's sick and tired of the whole paparazzi situation. We then get into some of the characters like Batman and Superman, and they end up, each character, main character, ends up having like a flashback scene. So you get Batman, who has a flashback of him being a kid. He's like, for some reason, painting his room over. Alfred's like, why are you painting your room? Your mother painted your favorite color. And he's like, I don't have a favorite color. He's all depressed. Then you get Superman, and it shows his little story of how he's playing basketball in school, and he gets picked. They don't pick him for dodgeball, whatever. Then you also get Green Lantern and the Flash, and they're going up against Weapons Master in this. It's like they have their own little side story, but they already beat him. You don't see them fight him, you just see them trying to interrogate him. And what happens with this is the Flash wants to play bad cop, because usually it's Green Lantern's bad cop, Flash is good cop. So the Green Lantern goes over to Weapons Master and explains to him, he's like, oh man, I'm trying to stop the Flash from coming over here and vibrating his hands in your brain to try to get all the information. And he tries to make Flash look kind of like a badass. Then Flash comes over, he's like, I'm really angry and upset at you, and the guy's like, whatever. So they have to bring Wonder Woman in to interrogate the guy, and you know her, she gets all the information she needs. They find out that he's not making weapons or using weapons to destroy them. Somebody wants to find the Justice League's weakness and was using him to try to find out how to beat them. So, in my opinion, I'm assuming it's the David Graves from the beginning of the story. Batman, Superman, and Cyborg go in to find the Key, and they go through different villains. They have one altercation with Clayface, which is pretty cool. But then they end up finding the Key, and he's all going crazy in a cell in the basement, and he's all tied up, so they don't know what's going on. And then it just kind of doesn't really tell you what's going on there. It just cuts to Colonel Trevor, and he was kidnapped, and he's being tortured. He's beaten to death. Like, he's bloody and beaten. He's bleeding everywhere. Whoever's interrogating him is like grabbing his hand, like breaking his hand and trying to get information from him. Then he drops a bomb on him and says, you're going to die tonight, regardless of what happens. But do you want your sister and her son to die as well? So this guy wants information from Trevor to take down the Justice League. He wants in on the Justice League's, on the Watchtower. So Colonel Trevor, after trying to not let him give up the information, he ends up saying, I'll tell you everything you need to know. Because obviously he doesn't want his family to die. So this was a good issue. I like that it's a starting point for a new story arc, but there's a lot of stuff going on in it, so it keeps it interesting. And of course the artwork is fantastic. So I definitely recommend checking out Justice League. I'm going to have to give this one a 4.5 out of 5, just because it was awesome. I love Justice League. It's definitely my favorite book from the New 52. So definitely pick this up. Also, check out BKBN, and don't forget this Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, you can listen to the Comic Nation podcast. You can call in, ask us questions, maybe even win some free digital comics. So check it out, and I will catch you guys later.